Alright, y'all are tuned in to another episode of Make That Radio Show. I am your host, Andreas, and I have my special guest today who drove all the way from East Point, Miss Desmonae Flowers. I said it right.
Yeah, you too.
See? I want to make sure I say everybody's name right because, you know, people be chopping up my name and stuff like this, so I get it. But she is a chef. And this is the power of social media. I reached out, posted in a group, what was it, Black Entrepreneurs of Atlanta,
yes.
I believe.
Yes.
And I had an overwhelming response of individuals, and Ms. Flowers graciously came down all the way, like I said, from East Point to be here in Macon, Georgia.
Good times, good times.
Well, thank you for doing it, though.
You're welcome.
This platform, as you saw, like a couple of different interviews, I like to highlight us, because I don't feel like we have enough platforms out there highlighting us, especially those of us who are doing great things in the community.
Yes.
So by you pursuing your dreams, being a personal chef, let's get into that. Give the people an opportunity to understand who you are as a person. What really, provoked you to, one, be a personal chef, but then two, pursue it in an entrepreneurial manner?
Well, I've always loved cooking for years. If you go back to maybe 2012, I've been posting my food. So this year, I think what prompted it was that I didn't want to have a 9-to-5. It was a promise to my job, and I was just like, you know what? I want to do something for me. I want to leave something behind for my kids. I want to have residual income, make my own schedule. Yeah. Do something I love to do, which doesn't feel like work. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like to see people enjoy my food, try new recipes, and so it just made sense to just go with what I knew and what made me comfortable and do something I love and make money for it.
So have you come from a background of entrepreneurs, or
no.
Are you the first one in your family?
I don't know if I'm the first one in my family, but the first one of
to really pursue it, like this is your main source of income.
I know I have a cousin who is an author, best-selling Times author. He's great with his business, but as far as my level of the grandchildren and things like that, I am the first.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you come from a big family.
I do.
I can tell by the certain words you use.
Because I was like, okay, what generation am I? But as far as for my level of the generation, I am the oldest, and so I think that I'm being positive by leading and showing them the way, making my mistakes and all these things. So if they want to start a business, and they can come to me, or I can point them into the right way of what kind of mentors they need, and kind of just open doors that they wouldn't have opened before. So that makes me happy too.
That's what I'm talking about. So when I was going through, I was looking at your, I believe it was your Facebook page or either Instagram. It was one of them. Most people, when they start catering, personal chef, meal prep, it seems like a lot of us start with what we're comfortable with, like the soul foods and things of that nature. But looking at yours, I don't see that
much of it.
Yeah, I don't see much of it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of other different things. So do you have a certain, are there genres of food?
Yes. I guess you would say cuisine. So you have soul food, comfort food, it depends. I do soul food. I love it, but I don't feel like I need to put that out there as much, because people that have followed me for a long time know that I know how to cook soul food. I want to give my versatility and let my new customers, my new clients know, okay, I can do this, I can do that, especially when it comes to diets. The keto is popular now.
Yes.
Vegans are always looking for things that they can eat, vegetarian, pescatarian. You have to put those things out there so that other people can come to you and get what they need as well. I can't just show soul food, or else that's all I'm going to be. And that's not where I want to stop it at.
Okay. So how long have you been doing this, as far as officially?
Officially this year.
Really? So
it doesn't feel like it.
Or?
Like March.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't feel like it. Only because, like I said, I've been doing it for a while. I just never put my name on it. I would cook for people, drop things off. I just never officially had a business. So when I made a decision, I was like, I'm going to put my name everywhere. And so that's what I did, from the business cards my name is on there, to every website, to Facebook, Instagram. Everything has my name on it. You're going to know it came from me. So, yeah.
That sounds like just even growing up and you going through childhood and young adult, that you always had like some type of entrepreneur spirit within you.
I would always say that. Only because I don't like depending on other people for my income. I like to do it on my own. Now, granted, my clients do pay me.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, how I market myself and the people I can connect with depends on where I and how far I can go. Which is why I try not to say no to anything that gives me more outreach to people I wouldn't have had reach to previously. And I think that's the best way to grow your business. You can't say no because you don't know these types of people, or you're not in that circle, because those might be the people to elevate you and get you in a room where you might not be quote unquote qualified for, but that you can talk your way into and get new clients, and you become their go-to person when they have an event or corporate party or wedding, whatever it might be. Especially in my case, I have a lot of repeat customers. Yeah,
which is great, because that's what you want, and that's the, as you know through experience, it's cheaper to keep a customer than it is to acquire a new one. Have you ever heard that inspiration is free, but imagination is everything? That's what you need when you are searching for your next creative venture. Try Lynn Love's Artistic Creations, LLC. She offers art shows, sip and paint parties, private events, birthday parties, face paintings, and more. You can commission your next piece of art, or scroll through the Facebook page and buy handmade jewelry or beads. Shop with a creator who understands art and its unique perspective. That's Lynn Love's Artistic Creations, LLC on Facebook. Go ahead and be inspired. So, like the name, why a dash of Des?
So I was talking to some friends, and I wanted to get a slogan, and I kind of was just playing around with my name and things like that, because I was like, you know what, I want my customers to have a piece of me in everything they eat. So I was like, a dash or something. I don't know what I was looking at. I don't know either. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what I was looking at, but I was like, always make your food with a lot of love and a dash of Des.
Oh, I'm sorry, this thing getting on my nerves.
This flyer, we might have let it in when we came in.
Probably. I didn't even know they were still like out.
It was warm today.
Well, I forget that anytime it gets warm,
they just be like, hey y'all. So when I came up with
never, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I came up with that slogan, and I kind of shot it to maybe one or two of my friends, and then that was kind of like the end of it. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I like that.
Okay. It feels like it really fits.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy. It fits me, who I am. I do always want my customers to make their food with a lot of love and just put a little bit of me in there, especially when it comes to me making my recipes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you too. So, mainly is your business shifted towards like catering for like corporate events, or doing the meal prep, or doing recipes? Like, where is your main focus at?
I do it all.
Yeah.
Every day I put a little bit for everything. So every day I make sure I write a recipe. I am corresponding for this magazine called Way to Parent.
Okay.
Lifestyle magazine. I've been with them for about 2 years, and when I wanted to decide to start my business, I got in touch with the CEO, which I'm right up under him, and I was like, "Hey, is it okay if I put my recipes in your magazine?" And he was like, "Sure." So I had my own little section. So when people ask me for recipes, I was like, "You gotta subscribe to the magazine." I don't know what to say. You gotta subscribe to this magazine because that's where my recipes are, or you can pay me directly. However you would like to do it. But that's me also putting on another black entrepreneur. He has an amazing magazine. I wouldn't have been working with him for 2 years had I not. But I do recipes every day. I make sure I keep my contracts up and running if I want to add something to them. I'm going to make sure I try to post something every day, even if I'm not cooking. I got to post something every day so that my followers can be like, okay, she's still active. She's still going.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, just constantly evolving every day and learning and seeing from my mentors and other chefs as well, because I ask them questions as well. I'm going to be doing some collaborations with some chefs next year, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
But that's just us helping one another. I bring my clients to him, he brings the client to me. Some things I do that he doesn't, and vice versa. And so just make it work that way.
So it sounds like you have a really good support system. Like when you decided to really like, okay, I'm about to flip this into a business, how was the response from peers, coworkers, friends, family? Do they understand it?
No one knew.
Really? So you just did on the low? I
had maybe 2 to 3 friends that I told, the same 2 people that I told about the slogan, and I had one more friend. And I kind of like told my mom about a YouTube page, kind of throw her off, because she was like, what are you doing with all this food? I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube page. Now, granted, I am about to start uploading to my YouTube page, but I didn't tell her about the business, so I just kind of dropped it one day. I had already got my Facebook name, my Instagram name. I had already started making my website, and got my YouTube name and email before I even dropped the business, so that if somebody really wanted to know, they could go ahead and get in contact with me. Got my phone, business line, phone number, everything. So it was kind of like a surprise, like, oh, you have a business now? Like, yeah.
That was funny. Especially you said like you're really being the full one doing it at the scale that you're doing it at.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So what do you enjoy the most about your business right now, or the industry as a whole?
I think the freedom. 1, I get to make my own schedule. 2, I also get to interact with people that I would have no other reason to interact with them. Especially my clients. My clients are hilarious. They are funny. I like to say my clients are really easy. I think because I give them a little leeway on how they want to shape the menu. On my menus, you could revamp, change them any way you want to. So they are really cool about it, and they just be like, girl, well, we'll be here for the next event whenever you have the event. Like, I'm having an event February the 15th. It's going to be a paint and sip, but I'm also going to launch some of my new recipes.
Oh, okay.
And every client that I've had is like, well, I bought my ticket, and stuff like that. So I was like, well, anybody wants one?
So you're already selling tickets now for the February event?
Yes.
See, that's what, I love that about you or whatever, because like, just hearing how you are, I can tell that you're focused and you're thinking like a company. As opposed to like I run across other people and it's like they're running and they're trying to play catch up, and then they're not as focused. And I tell people all the time, like, okay, you're gonna promote something, you gotta do it months in advance.
Yes,
you gotta be able to consistently hit people, and they gotta be able to see it so they can remember it, so they can participate.
Exactly.
This one time or 3 weeks, and we do an event and we're just gonna put it on Facebook and post it a couple times. I'm like, that's not gonna work.
It's not. It's
so,
not at all.
I love hearing that from fellow entrepreneurs like yourself. So you're focused. You got the mentorship, which I believe is critical, especially in success, because no one has all the answers, and just going out here and doing it doesn't make anyone like an expert on everything. Right.
I would rather surround myself with people that at least know what they're doing and have successful businesses than sit out here and be like, well, I got a business now and this is what it is. I can't. That makes no sense. I'm never going to elevate myself. My business will never be. My business is as high as much as I put work into it. It depends on how much work you put into your business. If you don't want to go and get those right relationships with people, then it's not going to go the way you need it to.
Yeah, and I think like, okay, so how has networking, how important has that been for you in your success?
It's been very important. Look at us now. Prime example. Dun, 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 dun. And I was telling you earlier, I wasn't even part of the group. I may have gotten into the group Friday. You posted that Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't even remember when I
had literally just got added to
notifications right now.
It's going off on my phone too because I've commented on it. So it's like such and such comment on the post you commented on. But someone, the young lady that makes my business cards, when this person was looking for a chef, she tagged me in it, and I was like, well, what is she tagging me in? So I went and looked. I was like, oh, let me join the group. Boop, join the group, and the next thing I know, you had posted. I was like, I'll do the radio show. I'm interested. Like, that's networking. Like, I have gotten in contact with people that are going to be vendors for my for my event in February. What's this, Sunday? 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
I got 3 new vendors.
That's great.
I got a vendor that's going to, she does like these amazing health drinks. I was like, can I pair with you and share these with my meal prep and offer these like as an option? She was like, sure. Boom. She was like, well, I'll tell my customers about your meal prep. Networking. Just having good and conversations. And I could sell ice to a polar bear, so.
I love it. I love it. See, that's my type of person right there. Like,
Yes,
I've had retail jobs to where I've thrived at them, and I knew since early on as a youngin, I was like, yeah, I can do this for myself and really blossom and get what I'm worth, as opposed to making other people richer.
Exactly. You can build your own dream. You can help somebody else build theirs.
Exactly.
Kind of how it goes in this world.
How do you handle the people who come at you and be like, hey, can you show me how to do this and do that, and just basically want to walk you through, I want you to walk them through every single step and baby steps of becoming an entrepreneur or starting your own business?
Well, I sit and have a meeting with them. I tell them what I know. I try to get them in contact with my mentors or someone that's kind of like in their area. If I don't know someone directly in the area, I'll call my mentor. Hey, do you know someone that owns this type of business? Can you give me their number or give me their email so I can shoot it over to this person? I have no problem in seeing other entrepreneurs succeed. What am I doing? That makes no sense, because everybody is enough room for us all to get it done. We can all eat. There's no reason for me to be a gatekeeper on, oh, I did this, but I don't want you to do this. That's how would I feel if someone would have done that to me when I decided to take this step into entrepreneurship. Exactly. So I just feel like if you have the knowledge, or if you at least know someone that does, then pass it on. So, and that also builds a relationship between me and that person. Because when that person gets a certain type of clientele, then we can start networking a certain type of way.
Exactly.
They have an event, they want to invite me, vice versa. It just works. If you do it the right way, you can have a lot of people in your circle and clients from places you would have never guessed before you know it.
So have you had to overcome any or many pitfalls, or also this is like a double-edged question or twofold question. Also, how are you perceived as a black woman in business for herself to other people?
Downfalls, I would say just learning the business as far as like pricing. I learned that within like the first couple months. Okay, like let me make sure that I not only break even, but that I also make a profit. That's why I made an announcement on my the other day. Prices go up 2020. Yes, they are reasonable now, and I still make a great profit, but they're going up because now I'm getting to a point where more time is being put into it, and it is just me, and I'm looking to hire other people, so they kind of take a little bit of the stress off me. Now, granted, I like to have my hand in everything. Nobody's going to make a move without me, but I need someone to support me, some type of staff. Yes, so that's another reason why. Second, as far as how I'm viewed, I would think that most people view me as strong, but I think they thought that before. I've always been someone, if I make my mind up, that's it. My mother raised me that way. I am raised by all women. so 2 moms, 3 generations of grandmothers, and 3 aunts. So yes, I've always known who I am, what I need to do, my worth, and if someone doesn't like that I'm strong and that I have an opinion, that's their problem, not mine. I don't. That's has nothing to do with me at that point.
I love it. So I guess where's your father's targeted geographical service area? I guess, like, where are you willing to go, or in what areas are you not focusing on right now?
I don't have any areas where I'm not willing to go.
Oh, really? Oh, so
there is a travel fee.
Okay, that's what we're talking
about. This state, North Carolina, any state, if you have enough to cover the travel fee, and especially if I have to stay there tonight, at least a hotel for a night, okay.
Okay, so you're not limiting yourself to a certain geographical location.
I can't do that then, because then that only gives me this amount of people. If I'm going to grow my business the way I want to grow it, I can't limit myself. So
how far have you been? Like, where have you been?
The first I went was Charlotte.
Okay.
But that was just this year. I know next year I have some other events that are further up north that I will have to go to. But right now it was Charlotte. that I had. It was a podcast that had to be the Kendra D Experience.
Okay.
So that was cool. I was in her kitchen for like 3 hours and we was just having a ball. It didn't feel like I was at work. We were having conversation. We went to college together. We just had fun. It was
so there was another connection.
We was just talking and cooking. Yes.
Someone's platform became
yes, because it's her podcast and I can introduce her to my clients. Hey, I listen to this podcast. Shout her out all the time on my page. I have no problem doing that.
Where'd you go to school at?
Fayetteville State University.
Okay. And then HBCU? That's what I'm talking about. I went to Fort Valley.
Oh, really?
So, shout out to HBCUs. They make great people.
Yes, they do.
Not for real. The HBCUs are overlooked for the amount of entrepreneurs, CEOs that they cultivate. And because I'm sure yours, like mine, was a nurturing environment. Yeah. Because I went to a white school, well, historically white college, whatever, Macon State, when it was Macon State, it's now Middle Georgia State University or something like that. And I felt like a number. Even though it was a smaller school, I still felt like a number going through the system. So then I had to transfer back because I'm originally from Tennessee. So
what part?
Nashville.
Stop playing.
Oh, for real?
I went to school in Clarksville.
Really?
I told you I'm a military brat, dude. I lived in Clarksville from my 8th grade year to my first semester of 10th grade. And then I moved back to North Carolina. And then I was at Hope County High School from 10th grade, all 11th grade. And then
all about I-24. Yes,
and then I had to move to Virginia. I moved to Virginia for my 12th grade year and graduated from Lloyd C. Byrd.
Wow, so
from high school.
So you like well-rounded then. So that's I think that actually probably helped shape your mentality for you to be able to do this.
Very much so.
Because I think a lot of people who are concentrated in one area for a lot of their life don't want to go outside that bubble.
They get into that mindset, which is not. It is normal to do that because that's all they know. They have to expand their horizons. My grandmother is a very big example of that. She is good at like talking to people, but when it comes to food, she is not. So like my mother, with her traveling a lot, she made sure me and my sister had a lot of food that was not soul food, which is kind of how I felt. I always loved it, but that just made me more well-rounded on my array of what I like to cook. What things I like to eat. My grandmother, you can't take her to certain places because she was like, well, I don't know what to eat on this menu, honey, because they ain't got no chicken, they ain't got no mac and cheese.
I definitely get there.
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Okay, so excuse me. What has been something that you have learned that going into it you didn't know, or you were shocked that you actually learned it going through this process thus far?
I think I was surprised at the people that didn't support me rather than those that did. The people that I thought that should have not been as supportive as the people that have been. So like people that have known me for years have not been as supportive. But those who have known me for all of 5 seconds be like, okay, well, let me know you have something else so I can attend or so I can buy. And it just seems to be that way. And then I tell people, it used to bother me. But then I was like, well, okay. Because those people that don't support me, when I make it to a certain level, then they'll try to book me as, their chef or whatever. And the prices will be totally different from when I was this year when I started out. So I told them I don't want to hear their mouth. So I want to hear their mouth about it.
Excuse me, I have a theory about that, right? While we don't get the support that we feel that we should from our friends and people that have known us for so long and see us going on this particular journey, because we need the support in order to go through the journey. And I don't think that anybody should be like, punished for chasing their dreams. My working theory is this. You're pursuing your dreams, right? Every day. And the people that know you, it's a constant reminder because either they follow you on social media or they see it or they hear about it or they know